how do you see tonight's matchup under the circumstances that we're aware of?
Well, I'm seeing that Woodgrove is coming here 1-1. They obviously got some good athletes. They scored 70 points, so they have a prolific offense. And basically it's going to be Eastern View being so young, they're going to get indoctrinated right here tonight. And they're going to have to play mistake-free football. They're going to have to try to get some the quarterback in some pressure situations, force him to be uncomfortable, and basically try to go for it. I mean, it's going to be a tough road to go down here because, Woodgrove is very tough when they're staying at home. And they, just couple years removed from being a state champion. So they know how to win.
Yeah, and I think specifically Woodgrove won it in 2018. And I learned tonight that Woodgrove opened in 2010. Do you recall that 12 years ago, Woodgrove came to Eastern View for a playoff game?
Yep.
That was in 2013. And their star running back was a fellow by the name of Josh Sweet. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. He ran all over us.
He did, and he was he ended up going to Cornell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was must have been a pretty good student as well.
Exactly.
And here come the Wolverines of Woodgrove. Steve, I hope I don't blurt out Vikings tonight because Woodbridge is known as the Vikings. Woodgrove is the Wolverines, just like North Stafford.
Yep, North Stafford and here at Woodgrove. And right now I understand Woodbridge has got a pretty loaded team, so they're doing pretty good.
Well, some of the names you're going to hear tonight on the Woodgrove side of the football are going to be quarterback Colton Dabkowski and another Colton. He's a wide receiver, Colton Tokarczyk. Running back, primary guy, is going to be Joey Rodolfi. Eastern View, let's break them down, Steve, from last week. I think one of the things that really hurt the Cyclones, first of all, let's be fair. They have a new coach, and it doesn't matter how good you are. When you have a new coach, you're bringing a new system. Players, the program, they have to learn it. Secondly, Culpeper was primed to finally get a win last week. But I think the thing that really marred that game from the Eastern View point of view was the number of penalties, particularly unsportsmanlike penalties, and they really have to clean that up to be competitive tonight and throughout the season.
Yeah, they sure do. And, they're a young team, Mark. They're going to get pushed around a little bit, especially on that offensive line. They're very young, playing for a new coach, new system. They're just right now they're just trying to find out about each other.
Well, tonight, the team captains, of course, meet in the center of the field for the coin toss. For the Cyclones, that means Eli Bland, Brock Gray, Cy Young, and Hayden Lovelace. What a name in Cy Young.
Yep.
If you're a baseball fan, you know exactly what I mean. Team captains for the Wolverines, Tyler Coates, Caleb Castaneda, Grant Smith, and Chase Seek. So we'll be looking at the coin toss here coming up momentarily to decide how we're going to start tonight's game. Wolverines decked out in the green and blue. And Cyclones tonight, unlike last week, they've got the white out going on, don't they, except for the helmets?
Yep, they sure do. The white uniforms, the numbers are a lot easier to read, too.
You noticed that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to be here. Beautiful night. I tell you, I don't know, for our viewing audience, I don't know if you've ever made this drive. But to me, it was absolutely gorgeous coming up here.
Yep, and especially even as we get into fall and the colors, it's very beautiful coming up here.
Yeah, we're coming up through what's known as horse country.
Yep.
Middleburg and places. Just absolutely beautiful scenery, no doubt about it.
This place 20 years ago used to be a little post office, a little dot.
So, yep, Eastern View won the toss, has opted to defer. And the Wolverines will accept the kickoff to start things here tonight. We mentioned Woodgrove at 1-1 and Eastern View 0-2. And how prolific this Woodgrove team is at scoring. Wow. Last week, defeating John Champ 70-49. By the way, Eastern View's crosstown rival, the Blue Devils. Steve, I thought they were playing at James Wood, but you think they may be playing at home tonight?
They're playing at home.
They're playing at home, all right. Well, let's talk about James Wood momentarily. They're 2-0. They defeated Dominion 51-6 and Clark County 44-3. That's Culpeper's opponent tonight. And, of course, we mentioned Eastern View's opponent coming in, Woodgrove, the home team, at 1-1.
I don't really know too much about James Wood. They're not exactly a football powerhouse lately, but beating Dominion like that and then beating, Clark County. Clark County's always a perennial single-A school that, is always in the playoffs. But, like I said, you never know. James Wood, but Culpeper, they played like they played last week. They should be able to, keep it competitive and maybe come out with a win.
Oh, now we're going to have the playing of our national anthem, so we'll pause and pay tribute. Well, Steve, I think you'd probably agree that, Johnny was able to film that. What a inspiring spectacle to see that many youth singing the national anthem.
It was very, and they all, they sounded great. They were in tune, and that's credit to them. Good job.
Well, okay, so Eastern View is going to be kicking off here tonight. And the place kicker is Beckett Capellini.
See who Woodgrove is going to be sending back.
And, number 3 and number 16, it looks like, for Eastern Woodgrove, that is. Number 3 is Joey Rodolfi, and he is really the go-to running back on this team.
He's their workhorse.
Yeah, he's got 261 yards in 2 games. That's 130 yards a game. That's not bad.
No.
And, of course, that quarterback, Colton Dapkowski, he's got 326 passing yards so far and 4 touchdowns and 133 yards rushing. So this is a high-profile or high-caliber, rather, offense that Woodgrove boasts. The return man there out just across the 30. That's where Eastern View's high-powered offense will set up. We start things here tonight at the Grove, or in the Grove.
In the Grove.
Welcome to the Grove. What do they say in Louisa? Welcome to the jungle?
To the jungle.
Here it's welcome to the Grove. All right. Woodgrove on offense. First and 10 at its own 31. And you can see that the quarterback there, Colton Dapkowski, operating in the gun. They spread it out to the Wolverines. And they go to Rodolfi, and he's looks like he lost his footing. He got to the 30. He'll lose a yard. It'll bring up second down and 11.
See, Eastern View's just got to play loose, play smart. Don't get wrapped up and get those conduct penalties called against them. That's what kills them.
I think it's really important Eastern View gets off to a strong start, don't you?
Yes.
They fake it to Rodolfi. They throw near side. They got a receiver. And it's number 1, Cody Adams, near side. Let's check the spot. Looks like it's going to be at the 36 or 37. And that's going to bring up a third and about 4.
All right, here's where Eastern View can really I think you're going to have to do is get Woodgrove out, get them in 3-and-out situations. Don't let them pick up key third downs.
All right, here's Debkowski. He's got a running back on both flanks. And they go to Rodolphe. He gets to the outside, got the edge there. Now he's got some speed. He's turning it on. Eastern View territory all the way down at the 40-yard line.
Yep.
That's a pickup of 24 yards and a first down by Joey Rodolphe.
And that's what you didn't want to have done. The defensive end for Eastern View kind of went down, pinched down, and he wasn't there for contain, and easy for Rodolphe to just go right around that corner. And you saw that with his vision, Mark, because he looked like he was going upside. He bounced it out to the left and saw that corner.
Okay, now, 1st and 10 Wolverines. They have it at the Eastern View 38. Rodolphe again, the ball carrier. This time they wrap him up pretty quickly, and making the tackle for Eastern View was number 8, and that is Ronan Smith. Ronan Smith. All right, so gave him a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. 10-12 to go. Clock ticking. First quarter. Opening possession by Woodgrove. All right. Well, localsportshistory.com is a community sports site that you are building organically. Check out local sports information or contribute your submissions at localsportshistory.com. A little play action. Plenty of time to throw. Downfield. Got a receiver caught. And into the end zone for the touchdown from 37 yards out. Let's pick up that number, Steve. It's number 9 for Woodgrove. That is Danilo Uloa.
But we're calling it back. There's a penalty. It might be hold here.
Touchdown catch called back.
And that, that was a perfect play, Mark. I mean, he ran that skinny post, and Eastern View was like 2 or 3 steps behind. They can't allow that.
Well, when you look at the numbers, you know that this Colton Debkowski at quarterback can sling it. And he's got the receivers, got a good running back there, but they bring it back, and now they have it marked at the Eastern View 42.
Big break for the Cyclones right there. Let's see if they can cash in.
Okay, Debkowski in the pistol. They fake it to Rodolphe. On the slant, they have a receiver. He's tackled down inside the 30-yard line. So we can pick up that number, Steve. Coming near side, let's see. These numbers may get hard to see.
Number 16.
It was 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, that's Colton Tokarczyk.
And they stopped him about a couple yards, third and short.
Well, they got a pair of Coltons on this team. Debkowski, the quarterback, and Tokarczyk, the wide receiver. From the 29. 3rd down and 1. Empty backfield now for Debkowski. Here's Debkowski. Going to keep it. Now he's going to throw. And he swings it out there. It looks like it was caught and then dropped.
Yeah, he was. Plus, when you're running and throwing it that way, with your feet not set, I don't know how many times I've said this over the years, that ball's going to sail on you. And the wide receiver was trying to get it, but it sailed just out of his hands.
Checking into the game, wide receiver Cody Adams for Woodgrove. Here's 4th and 1, Steve, and in this situation, you go for it, don't you?
You go for it, and for Eastern View, don't jump. Try to make it in there, make it difficult for him, but don't jump.
Debkowski in the gun, Rodolphe on his right. They fake it to Rodolphe, and then Debkowski slips and is smothered for the sack, and now you've got the turnover on downs to Eastern View. So I know it's a cliche, but they did dodge a bullet with that touchdown pass called back for the holding.
Yep, they sure did. Like I said, that was already a TD in the bank for Woodgrove, and they got that penalty holding called it back. Now, Eastern View, I want to see Eastern View try to see if they can make Woodgrove pay here.
Well, they're going to start. Eastern View's offense will come onto the field and set up shop for the first time tonight from their own 34-yard line. 8:38 to play here in the first quarter. So far, we're scoreless. And we know the quarterback, Tyler Caperton, he's back there. They hand off to the running back on the right side, broke a tackle. Ran it over the right tackle. They did picked up pretty good yardage at that time. Number 9 for Eastern View is, where do we have it? Oh, Oh, it's Hayden Lovelace.
Yeah, he's the transfer over from Battlefield.
Hayden Lovelace.
Man, he just give it to that big guy and let him run.
One of the team captains. He's also the team's punter.
Yep.
Got out to the 43. 9 yards on first down for Lovelace, and it makes it 2nd down and 1. Low snap. Caperton has it. He slips, and he's going to fall down short of a first down and bring up 3rd and 1 there, it looks like. Well, this broadcast, our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. All right, here is 3rd down and 2. He lost a yard on that last play.
Let's see if they can pick it up here.
Michael McKeon wide out to your left. They go to the run, and this time, well, he broke away from that initial hit, and he's still fighting for yardage. They finally, I think, have a whistle in here. Steve will have to check forward progress and see how far this ball carrier was able to move forward. Looks like they're going to get us. This is a pretty good spot. Are they going to measure for it here?
Who are they going to measure?
Nope, they've reset it. They've given them the first down. All right, from the 44. 1st and 10, Cyclones. 6:45, clock moving. First quarter, scoreless so far. Here is Eastern View's ball carrier. Steve, pick up that number. Is it 24?
34.
No,
24. You're right.
All right, it's 24, Devin White. He gets his first carry of the game. Oh, okay. Now here's the second. Here's the first penalty against Eastern View, Steve. It's a holding, so they'll mark this one off. Cost them 10 yards. And now they'll move it to the 34, where it'll be 1st and 20. Caperton handing off. Nope, he fakes it. He keeps it. Tries to get to the outside, makes a cut. Woodgrove's defense was waiting for him. They strung that one out pretty nicely.
Lisa found my wallet. Is at home?
Oh, okay. Well, there's always those times when people can use a little good news today, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. No gain on first down. 2nd and 20 here. Clock ticking. 5:30 to play. First quarter. No score. Caperton in the pistol. 2 receivers near side. 1 to the far side. Roll out. Caperton to his left. Going to keep it. Going to be hit near the 40-yard line and tackled just shy of the 40. That's a 5-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 15. Well, this broadcast brought to you in part by Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. 540-547-3673. Once again, welcome to Woodgrove High School. And tonight's broadcast of Cyclones football. We're happy to be here. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Eastern View, as we mentioned, looking for its first win of the season. And they're looking at a 3rd down and about 18 here to keep it going.
See if they can get it.
Caperton, he's going to throw. Over the middle he goes, and this one incomplete. Had a receiver open out there over the middle, Steve, and that was Devin White, unable to bring it in. 4th down and long. Brings on the punting team, and the punter for Eastern View is Hayden Lovelace.
And that should have been caught. It was a catchable ball, but again, they weren't able to convert on that 3rd down and 18, but the penalty cost him, Mark.
Yep. Critical penalties at critical times. Hayden Lovelace will stand just inside his 25-yard line. The lone safety back for Woodgrove is the ever-dangerous Joey Rodolphe. Here's his kick. This one is a high kick, goes out of bounds rather quickly. It's going to be interesting to see where they spot that one.
Yeah, it's going to be on the flight of the ball. See where it first crossed that sideline. There you're going to say right there.
Well, right there, to me, means excellent field position for Woodgrove as the Wolverines will send their offensive unit onto the field for the second time here tonight in the first quarter. We're scoreless, 4:19 to play. This broadcast brought to you in part by Fountain Sons, more than a respected funeral home. They support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Fountain Sons, 825-3530. All right, Wolverines back onto the field. .43. All right, empty backfield, Dabkowski. Here comes the pressure. He's going to step up, makes a move. Still on his feet, gets out to about midfield. And that's going to be a pickup of 7 yards on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 3.
You know, it's brought down by Hayden Lovelace, but again, he had it wide open right there. They basically, and plus he had all day to pass too, Mark. Woodgrove was getting some good blocking up front, and they're not that big. I thought they'd be a lot bigger. They're not, but they just have to get in your way. That's all they need to do with this offense.
3:45, first quarter, clock moving. Woodgrove handed off for Rodolphe, stiff arms one defender, lowers his shoulder, runs over another, and they force him out of bounds on the near sidelines. Big pickup by Rodolphe. No wonder he's their go-to running back, Steve. I think he's pretty nifty, don't you?
Yeah, he's deceptive.
Little guy, not big, but he's quick. He's got good feet.
Yep. And, you know, he's deceptive. You look at him and said, oh, he's not going to be that fast, and he gets you.
All right, new set of downs for the Wolverines. They fake it to Rodolphe. Dabkowski goes deep. Got a receiver caught near side. Now this was going to be a touchdown from 44 yards out on the pass play from Dabkowski to number 1, Cody Adams.
And what happened there, Mark, on that play is that the safety took a bad angle to come over and help. And when you take that bad angle, that number 1, the receiver for Woodgrove, was able to get behind both of them, and it was an easy pass and catch.
All right. On for the point after is Bryce Hart. We got a whistle and stoppage.
It's going to be encroachment by Eastern View. So now, do they go for field goal, go for a 2?
And the reason you ask is because half the distance would mean rather than the 2, you go to the 1. So Woodgrove maybe rethinks
they are.
the point after. Okay. Would you go for it if you were Woodgrove at this point?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
You got to make them pay for that penalty, and an extra point. Now they move the ball to the 1 yard line. You got to challenge your team, and you got to say, hey, can you get me 1 yard here? Just like Eric Sherry challenged Culpeper last week.
All right, so Woodgrove, with that ball moved half the distance to the goal at the 1 yard line, they're going to go for it here. They're going to throw for it, and they're going to get it. And let's see who hauled it in. Is it number 9?
I can't see.
Or, number 8. Tyler Coates.
And again, that was just too easy. They just, right now, Eastern View is just, like I said, they're still trying to find themselves as a team.
So 8-0 our score. Well, Woodgrove really lit it up last week. So there's no question that their offense is explosive. Question becomes, how does the Eastern View defense adapt to that? And can they put it together offensively themselves?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is about Eastern View is they got, if Hayden Lovelace can run it like he's been doing, give it to him. I mean, they're trying to, Caperton can take off running too, but they've got to, find some semblance of an offense and find what's working and just stick to it.
What is your grade report on this quarterback, Colton Dapkowski of Woodgrove?
I give him right now about A minus. He's not a world beater or by any stretch, but he takes care of the football, and that's all a coach can ask.
Yeah. Because when you start thinking about how important it is to take care of the football, make good mental decisions, not turn it over, those are things that really go a long way towards your team's success. This one goes out of bounds, would be a penalty flag, and they would have it, at the 30
or 35.
Legal procedure against the kicking team. So
35.
It will be at the 35. That's correct.
It's probably going to be it's good field position for Eastern View. See if they can capitalize on it.
Yeah, it is good starting field position. Well, this broadcast brought to you in part by K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies. Now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371. All right. So, Tyler Caperton back at the helm here. Going to throw on first down. Going to throw deep. Oh, this one caught at the 35-yard line and then pushed out of bounds. This is number 27 for Eastern View. Jay Bogus? No. We better put that number up in.
But watch this on this replay. He just sails it. And he just got behind the defense. Was able to haul it in, but then he just stepped out of bounds. Number 27.
MJ Bogus. See if he's on the roster as a freshman.
That was a good catch, good pass.
Really good throw. He threw it right where he had to, and he hauled it in. Beautiful play all the way down to the Woodgrove 18-yard line. Here's Caperton. Handoff. Oh, he keeps it. He faked me out, and he faked out the Woodgrove defense, and he runs it in from 18 yards out.
Cyclone touchdown. Tyler Caperton from about 18 yards out, Mark.
Well, how about 2 plays and 62 yards in about a minute's time or less.
Yeah, he had them all fooled. He had us fooled. I thought he handed it off.
I did too. Play action. He froze me.
Now they're going to go for one. That doesn't surprise me because it's early in the game.
Beckett Capolini on for the point after. Make it a 1-point game. Here's the snap. It's high. They get it down. Capolini's kick. Up and good. 8-7 our score. So, good-looking scoring drive by Eastern View, Steve. It only took them 2 plays to cover 62 yards. That huge pass play from Caperton to MJ Bogus really set it up. And then Caperton's good play action fooled a lot of people. Most importantly, the Woodgrove defense.
Yeah, it did.
Now they're 1 point away from.
And it shows they're young, but they've got some explosiveness to them. They just got to, with Eastern View being so young, they just can't afford to make mistakes. That's what gets them. And that was a mistake. It was great offense, 3 plays, 6 points.
Man, there we are, Steve. Can you see yourself on the screen?
I am. There's you.
Yeah, there's Steve in the blue.
There's Mark with the glasses on.
Yeah, because you can't see otherwise.
Well, Ant.
All right, so Beckett Capolini, who just converted on the point after, will now kick off to Woodgrove. Cyclones now trailing just by a point, 8-7, 3:10 to play here in this first quarter. Here's Capolini's kick. Getting under this one at the 10-yard line. And coming near side is a return man there. I believe that was number 31, or 32 rather, James Beeson.
Now, see, the defense can get fired up because the offense came out and answered. So with the defense, I think what they need to do is be more aggressive, try to get pressure on that quarterback. You can't let him sit there and pick you apart all day. And then what happens when he holds the ball, a good team, if you hold too long, you get sacked. But he's not really in danger of sack. But the problem is our defenders quit playing. They'll move up or cheat up, and next thing you know, the wide receiver's behind them.
Well, I think it was really important that Eastern View responded to that Woodgrove scoring drive.
I agree.
Throw near side, right on the money to Rodolphe, then he hurdles the defender, and that's going to bring in a penalty flag because you can't do it at the high school level.
Cannot do it.
It might be pretty to watch.
Yep, that's going to be coming back 15 yards. Cannot hurdle.
He's going to have to save that for his college days. Here's your replay. Nice pass out there in the flat, hurdling the defender and then bringing in the penalty flag.
Well, high school wants to put that rule in to limit injuries for both the defender and the offensive player. So, yes, if I was Eastern View, take this penalty.
Getting ready to mark it off here.
Tell the guys to hurdling. You cannot hurdle.
Yeah. Well, once again, our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. All right, now all the way back to the 29-yard line. They swing it this time to Rodolphe. He makes the cut. And there's a nice tackle in the open field. Pick up that number. It looks like, is it 27?
27.
That's Bogus.
Yep, good tackle by Bogus right there because it looked like Rodolfo had found a crease and was going to pick up some more yardage. But that was a good open field tackle. And now what Eastern View can do is, now they're still at second and medium, but you got to, like I said, make sure you keep the defender in front. I mean, the offensive player in front of you.
Clock ticking, 2:18. Here in the first, 8-7 our score, with the Wolverines holding to a 1-point advantage so far. All right, now Dabkowski in the pistol, drops back. He's going to air it out, near side, trying to get up under it. Oh, and unable to make the catch. He had it in his hands, unable to haul it in. And that was jersey number 1, belongs to Cody Adams.
And what Adams was doing when he was patting his helmet before, when the play was started being run, that was telling the quarterback he's got one-on-one man coverage. So that was the key to the quarterback. They audibled, and that's why they threw it to him, because he said he had man. Now, that's a smart quarterback being able to read that already. High school, that's something, that's doing good. He read what the coverage is, and he immediately audibled to it, but it didn't cash in for him. But Eastern View's got to watch that. All
right, well, Dabkowski, we got a timeout being called by Woodgrove. Before that timeout, they had lined up Dabkowski in the gun, empty backfield, and they'd really spread it out. But now they're going to call a timeout to think about it on 3rd and 5 here, because this is a key play in the scheme of things, no doubt. And our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. That's UVAcreditunion.org. Steve, I've requested that some of our folks message us the Culpeper score during the game, so we can provide our viewing audience with that as we get updates. Again, Culpeper playing the Colonels of James Wood. And I don't know how good James Wood is this year.
Well, they're 2-0, so it tells you something.
It does tell you. Well, it tells me you're undefeated.
Yeah. Still early in the season.
All right, here is a big 3rd down play after that timeout. Dabkowski throwing, and he's got a receiver incomplete. And good defense on the play by Wyatt James, number 12.
And it looks like they're intent to try to pick on that corner for Eastern View. And Eastern View is doing a good job disguising their coverages and switching men on them. But they're trying to bait that quarterback and showing man coverage, but then they got the safety coming up for help.
All right, so Woodgrove is lining up to go for it here on 4th and 5.
Just going to jump for Eastern View.
And they are going for it. And they throw. This one is caught for a 1st down. And that was made by, let's see if you can pick up that number.
6 or 5, number 5.
Oh, that's Colton Tokarczyk.
No, it's 6. It's 6.
Now we're saying it's number 6. Well, that is Colton Tokarczyk.
All right.
But see, those numbers are good-looking uniforms, no doubt. But those numbers can be hard to pick up as it gets darker here tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why we get by with a little help from our friends.
Eastern View was too soft in coverage on that play.
Well, here's the run up the middle that nets nothing as Eastern View defenders were ready for this one. And we're down to a minute 15, and the clock continues to run here in the first quarter. Our score, you're looking at it there, Woodgrove jumped out to the early 8-0 lead. They had a touchdown catch, and then on the offside penalty, they moved the ball to the 1 from the 2, and they decided to go for 2, and it worked. And then Eastern View came storming right back, Steve, and I think it's a good sign for any team that when you're on the road and the home team scores like that, it's so important to respond.
Exactly.
And they did.
I agree with you on that one because they needed to.
Here's Debkowski. He's in a little bit of trouble. Now he was able to sling it out of there and incomplete. And you throw a pass like that, you got away with it, but sometimes you throw it like that can result in an interception.
Yeah, we've got a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be against Woodgrove. Throw in the area holding.
Well, on this drive, Woodgrove had a 4th and 5 from their 38. They went for it and got the first down. And they had moved it down to the Eastern View 47, I believe it was. And then on that penalty flag, they're going to push them back.
Yeah, it was a legal man downfield.
I meant to say the Woodgrove 47. Now they push it back to the Woodgrove. Looks like they have it at the 44. 30 seconds and ticking here in this first quarter. So you would say at this juncture, if you're looking ahead based on what we've seen, hey, it's anyone's game, of course. Long way to go. Now we got another whistle. Will we have a timeout?
I wouldn't take a timeout here. Well, they did.
All right, Eastern View has called one of its timeouts. We mentioned that our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVAcreditunion.org. Looking at the Woodgrove huddle there. What do we say about those helmets?
Like the Wolverines of Michigan.
There you go. Wolverines of Woodgrove and the Wolverines of Michigan. Those helmets. Just a different color scheme.
Yeah. You know, like you said, the jerseys, those are hard to read at night.
Pretty easy on the monitor when in the huddle, though, isn't it? When they get spread out, it takes on a different look for sure. All right, so after this Eastern View timeout, Woodgrove back on the field looking at a 2nd down and 15. Here's Rodolphe coming near side, looking for a block. Makes a cut. There goes Rodolphe at the 40. He's at the 30, near sidelines. He could go all the way. And looks like he does from 40, make that 56 yards. Rodolphe. Steve, do you see any yellow laundry on the field? Here's that replay.
Yeah, look at the run. Look at the blocking he gets. And he just runs right between the two tacklers at Eastern View and takes it to the house.
And Steve, I misspoke. That was the quarterback, Debkowski, on that 56-yard run. All right. Well, on for the point after is Bryce Hart. This one blocked? All right. Well, it's 14-7 now in favor of Woodgrove with 5 seconds remaining in this first quarter. So a 56-yard run by the quarterback, Colton Debkowski, gives Woodgrove the edge.
Mark, it was too easy. It was just a simple sweep play by the quarterback. He was able to come down, saw the opening, and then took it to the house.
He made a couple of nice cuts on that run.
He did. But Eastern View kind of over pursued it too. And they're not in bad position, but what they're doing is they're over pursuing, and they need to look at their angles.
Okay, so Bryce Hart will kick off for Woodgrove. And the Wolverines with a 14-7 advantage here late in this first quarter. And here's this kick. It's a short one. Going to be fielded by an up back at the 27-yard line. This ball was stripped, and it looks like the Wolverines have it.
Was he down or no? They're saying he has it.
Let's see. That was it number 12 on the return for Eastern View?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here it is, right here. One player gets banned, gets hit, and there's the ball comes right out.
It was stripped.
Good block, though, by Hayden Lovelace. I mean, he just leveled his player, but the Culpeper Eastern View runner just dropped the football, and he was not on the ground.
Wyatt James, the return man, ball stripped. Wolverines recovered it, but now are they bringing a penalty here?
No.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. That's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Woodgrove 14, Eastern View 7. We'll take a quick break and come back to the start of the second right after this. Stay tuned. You're watching Cyclones football on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is made possible by the generosity of the following sponsors. Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Found & Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, Culpeper's outdoor power equipment dealer. Located across Highway 29 from Eastern View. K&M, from grass to trees, we aim to please. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF.
We are at Woodgrove High School in Loudoun County. You remember after the first quarter ended with the fumble and the turnover to Woodgrove. So Woodgrove here in the second quarter will have possession at the Eastern View 36.
See, turnovers, Mark, will kill a young team, especially if the opposing team has been able to capitalize on them.
Debkowski, play fake, throws, caught near the 25-yard line, wrestled to the turf at the 30. That was the receiver there, number 5, Dylan Donnelly, his first catch of the night.
Their receivers don't look big at all.
No, they don't. In fact, Steve, one of the observations I made tonight, and I might be out in left field, I don't know, I thought Eastern View looked bigger tonight.
They do.
Well, I don't know why that would be. Picked up 9 yards on a reception, and 3rd and 1 coming up here.
They're playing a lot of players both ways, Hayden Lovelace being one of them.
I'm trying to remember how many I counted that were two-way players for Eastern View. I think Woodgrove only had 3. Debkowski, the quarterback, now empty backfield. They spread it out. 3 receivers to the right. Debkowski's going to keep it, and Debkowski will have a first down as knock him out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line.
Lucky there wasn't a roughing there, late hit. So
30, 25, 20, 22-yard line. He picked up 5 and a new set of downs. So opening minute here of this second quarter. And our score is Woodgrove 14, Eastern View 7. Colton Debkowski is the Wolverine quarterback. Joey Rodolphe to his right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Debkowski, play fake, throws. Got a receiver out there, caught, and wrestled down on the ground at the 11-yard line. And on the reception was Cody Adams.
And number 14 for Eastern View.
Making the tackle?
Yep.
All right. Well, where is number 14? Are you sure?
Yep, right out there.
All right. Look on your roster, Steve.
That's why I'm asking you, because I didn't see him on
Don't have him on mine. You're not suggesting this could be a phantom player, are you?
Yes, I am. We do not have 14 on the roster, but we have him out there on the corner.
This is for Rodolphe again. Well, he's really fighting for yards. There really wasn't anything there, but he tried to keep it going. They strung it out.
Number 14.
Yeah. All right, Rodolphe on the carry, and Devin White on the tackle, number 24. Let's check the spot. They have it at the 16, and it's 3rd and 3.
Now, how many games in a row? We should be tracking that stat over the old years. Every team, a phantom player on every broadcast.
We could have like a weekly special. Your weekly phantom player is. Man. All right.
The phantom.
3rd down and 3. Debkowski back there with Rodolphe. He's going to block. Here's Debkowski. He's going to keep it. And he's going to be slung down near the 16. That's the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th down and a decision for Woodgrove to make here.
They brought down by Hayden Lovelace again. He's having a big game, Mark, number 9 for Eastern View.
Hayden Lovelace. And you said he came over from Battlefield?
Yep.
He's jersey number 9. Well, they have him on the roster as a scat back and linebacker and punter. Now, Woodgrove calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts here. To think about this one on a 4th down and about 4. See, they've been in this situation where they went for it on 4th down and it paid dividends for them.
Yep, I think they're going to go for it here too.
But based on what you've seen of this Woodgrove offense and its approach, if you were the offense coordinator for Woodgrove, what do you think you might dial up at this point if you want to keep it going?
I do a little play action, just sit out that one of your receivers right there because Eastern View's giving too much of a cushion. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is get 5 yards, 4 yards to 1st down. So that or, quarterback sweep again.
Well, Debkowski, he's got the rushing yards this season to go along with the passing yards. So, in fact, he had that long 56-yard touchdown run moments ago for our game's most recent score. And he's back there now with Joey Rodolphe on his flank. He's looking left. Now he's going to throw left. He's got a receiver inside the 10-yard line. And fighting for yardage down near the 5 is number 6, Colton Tokarczyk.
And he did exactly. He found that open receiver and was able to pick up 1st down yardage. Got a score update for you, Mark.
Okay.
James Wood 7, Culpeper nothing. Still in the 1st quarter.
Just too early to tell how that game might play out or break open, isn't it? Mm-hmm. All right, now from the 6-yard line go the Wolverines. Here's the pitch to Rodolphe. And he is upended on a nice tackle made by number 25, Jermaine Crop.
But we're going to have a flag here. See what the call is. I think maybe one of them left a little early. See, motion.
Wow, how about that? Illegal substitution against Eastern View.
That's going to be a 1st down. Half the distance to the goal.
We'll see. They had 1st and goal from the 6, so they moved it to they moved it to the 3. You're exactly right. So that's 1st and goal from that spot. So here's obviously the Wolverines knocking on the door, hoping to extend their lead. Checking in, number 11, Colton Debkowski, the quarterback, coming from the sidelines with the play call. You'll have Joey Rodolphe in the backfield. Behind him, sends 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left, who's currently out of your picture. Here's Debkowski in the pistol. Rodolphe's going to block. Debkowski's going to throw. He's going to throw into the end zone. It's caught for the touchdown. This one hauled in by Colton Tokarczyk, and it's 20-7 in favor. Here's your replay, Steve.
Watch this. It's just look at the time the quarterback has to throw. Block picked up. There it is. The receiver just came free for his quarterback. He ran off. He broke off the route, and then he saw his quarterback, and we got a flag on it.
Well, maybe that's why they haven't adjusted the scoreboard, because there was a flag on the play. And I didn't see what the call was.
I didn't see the call either.
But there is no touchdown.
No touchdown. Another break for Eastern View.
So Eastern View takes the penalty, and it moves it out to the 13, but it remains 1st down. So it's going to be 1st and goal now from the 13.
Must be holding because it was at the 3 and back 10 yards.
To the 13. Yeah, you're exactly right. Right now, so 1st and goal Wolverines from the 13. Debkowski. Now he's being pressured. He runs to his left to get away from it, and he throws to save the sack or to avoid the sack. Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
He sailed on him. So
I think he sort of wanted to get rid of that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he was running for his life.
Now 2nd and goal from the 13-yard line.
Now, here's where, if I was Eastern View and the coaches, I'd dial up a little pressure here. Maybe send a blitz because he's got all day to throw back there. And the quarterback is getting good protection up front for Woodgrove. I'd sit there and just say, hey, you got 5 across the line, and we're going to send 6. Someone's going to come free, but you better have your corners and safeties. You better have them being sticking to the receivers.
All right, 3 receivers this time to the right. That's where they loaded up. Debkowski looks that way. He's got a receiver at the 5-yard line, and I guess his knee hit the turf, and they blew the play dead at the 6, it looks like.
Yep, he can't. And all he did is turn around, sat down in that route mark, and easy catch.
All right, and now going to bring up 3rd and goal now from the 6. Well, localsportshistory.com is the community sports site that you are building organically. Check out local sports information or contribute your submissions at localsportshistory.com. 6:38, clock ticking, 2nd quarter. Our score, 14-7 in favor of the Wolverines. They have it now 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Debkowski, the quarterback, Rodolphe alongside him. Debkowski looks right. Now he's going to keep it. He's looking for a receiver. Now he reverses direction, picks up a block, throws it to the end zone. Up for grabs it is. This one is incomplete. Good coverage out there by Eastern View, Steve. They had that one covered. Number 12 and number 14. That's Wyatt James. And we don't have, 14's that Phantom player.
Yeah, we don't know who 14. Just call him Phil.
Now, all right, here's a play call for you, Steve, as an offensive coordinator. 4th down and goal from the 6. You want your field goal team out there, or you got to go for it?
It shows me they don't have trust in the field goal kicker, so I'd go for it. Because if they trusted him, he'd be in there. Because you don't want to get down, you want to get points on the board. Well, now Eastern View is going to have to, play some heads-up defense. Again, empty. 8.
That's Tyler Coates. Let's watch the read. Here he is there in the slot. Debkowski's looking that way. And he threw it right where only the receiver, number 8, Tyler Coates, could
I
catch
thought it might have skipped. I don't know. But again, I like what Eastern View did. They sent did a blitz on him, but he was just able to, pick up the receiver and, fire in for the touchdown.
Point after good. Our score 21-7 with 6:07 to play here in the 2nd quarter. So good looking drive by Woodgrove, but it came courtesy of the turnover off the kickoff team to set them up. Good field position. They took advantage. So Debkowski's having a good game. Joey Rodolphe's having a good game. And he's mixing it, the passes it to Colton Tokarczyk. And we just mentioned a moment ago, Tyler Coates, who hauled in that touchdown catch.
Right now, Eastern View's got to figure out a way defensively to keep the offense, get off the field, do a 3 and out, because I don't think Woodgrove has punted yet, have they?
No, they have not. In fact, they went for it on 4th down twice.
Yep.
All right, well, remember, our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Here's the kick. It's a pooch kick. I would say that's an onside kick, Steve. Woodgrove says they have it. Did you see that one coming?
No, I didn't, but
I didn't either.
Caught Eastern View by surprise.
And it looks like Woodgrove has recovered it, haven't they?
They're going to give it.
The ball's at the 46-yard line. Onside's kick.
The officials, where's the officials?
I think, by the way.
Because in the pros, we got to declare an onside.
I'm not really sure.
I don't think did they say it didn't go 10 yards?
Well, they were kicking from, what, the 40?
Yeah.
So it had to go to the midfield. Still waiting for the call here.
Well, again, welcome to official school.
The conference here. Still trying to sort it out. Like Woodgrove had kicked the distance
He didn't say,
and then recovered it.
It's going against Woodgrove.
Just out of curiosity, Steve, why do you think it takes so long to sort them out?
I have no idea, Mark. I'd be a rich man if I could figure that out.
That's an interference.
The interference.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have called that, but now, but at Eastern View, they must have recovered the onside kick.
Well, look where Eastern View has the ball. They've got their best field position, don't they, at the Woodgrove 37-yard line.
Yeah.
Caperton, play action, keeps it in the open field, looking for more running room. He finds some, and they tackle him inside the 30 at the 28. Pickup of 9 yards on the play.
I just want to, he's got to be careful, though, running, man. He almost got crushed, and he was able to see it at the last moment. He kind of hesitated and then went down. But, he's got to make sure that football's secure. And I agree. He's probably one of the better athletes out there on offense, so he needs to have the ball in his hands.
And they have it now, 2nd down and 1. Here's the handoff. Making a nice cut is Eastern View's Marquise Clark. Clark picks up a Cyclone 1st down.
And this would be really good for Eastern View if they can take this in and score here and use some of the clock and go in just down 21-13 at
right.
half.
You're right, because they're only down 2 scores.
Yep.
And a lot of football to play. So we approach this 5-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Caperton handing off. Nope. Throwing it. Here's the backfield, number 27. That's Bogus. He got away from the first defender and then was forced out of bounds just shy of that 1st down marker inside the 20.
Or was the horse collar, because he did grab his.
Did they throw a flag?
No.
Yeah. I think it was 17. Picked up 7. Make it 2nd down and 3. A long 3 or a short 4. Clock stopped. And went out of bounds. Caperton's going to keep it. He broke that first tackle, then surged ahead enough for a Cyclone 1st down. Good work by that quarterback, Tyler Caperton. All right, well, this broadcast brought to you in part by Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. 540-547-3673. Also, Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home. They support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530.
Got an update for you, Mark. It's James Wood 10, Culpeper 6.
From the 13. Running back to the 10. Let's pick up that number. Number 20, right?
Yep.
Marquise Clark.
Clark.
To the 10. Oh. That's not going to work. It's okay. 10-yard line, Steve.
Yep.
2nd down. They fake it to Clark. Here goes Caperton. And Caperton's in from 10 yards out, unless you see a penalty flag.
It's a Cyclone touchdown. Caperton in from the 10. Now for 6 points for the Cyclones.
Play action. He faked it
Yep.
to Marquise Clark.
Just ran right up in the middle there. Nobody there until the goal line when Woodgrove was able to get a hat on him.
Beckett Capolini on for the point after. Looks like the holder is Austin Taylor, their number 6. Snap, the hold, the kick. Up and good. All right. 21-14. We got a ball game here at the Grove, Woodgrove High School in Loudoun County. Percival. Beautiful ride up here. We mentioned that, didn't we?
Yep.
Those were some roads, Steve, that I simply had not traveled.
You need to travel with your motorcycle on those roads.
Those were, I tell you, if you're a motorcyclist out there, the trip we made tonight up here, definitely some motorcycle country.
Yep. So, looks like Culpeper is trailing 10-6. James Wood is at Culpeper. And we'll keep you updated.
You said 10-6?
10-6.
Oh, so Culpeper's on the board then?
Yes.
They're going to make it a game, aren't they?
I think they will.
Well, you know, this broadcast brought to you in part by K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies. Now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371. We appreciate the support of all our sponsors. And it's always good to call a game for the Culpeper Media Network. We'll work along with Steve and Johnny. And next week, Nick Morris may join us. He was with us last week when we were over at Eastern View High School. Here is Rodolfi on the return. He's looking for some running room, breaks the tackle. Good hard running across the 20. Steve, he had to cover a good stretch of territory to pick up that much yardage because he started on the other side of the field.
Yeah, he ran about 40 yards around coming back to the other side. So, now, Eastern View's in this ballgame. They're only down as 1 score, and they've been, they're bending but don't break yet. So, we'll see what they, that's giving them some momentum and see if they can force a 3 and out here.
Well, we knew that Woodgrove could light it up offensively. When you think about the points they scored last week against John Champ in a 70-49 victory, which to me sounded like a lopsided basketball game.
And see, Champ is a Division 5 team, too.
Yeah. All right, they swing it out to Rodolfi. He's got some running room out there, and he almost broke a tackle, and he dove forward near the 40-yard line.
And see, Mark, that's giving too much cushion. They're playing way back, playing too soft on those corners, and that quarterback's going to pick them apart. They're going to have to, if they're going to play man out there in the corners, they're going to have to get right up on them. Don't give them that 5-10 yard cushion because the quarterback sees it, and it's an easy catch and throw.
They swing it out to Rodolfi near side. He makes the cut, goes up the middle of the field, and he's in Eastern View territory all the way down to about the 38 of Eastern View.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been too easy right there. Just you got to have some discipline on your front of your men up front, especially D line. They're pinching in now. It looks like Eastern View's going to call timeout because it looks like they're probably gassed.
Well, here's one of the observations, Steve. I mean, I've been impressed with Woodgrove's offense, the way they can move down the field. But the thing is that Eastern View has come back to answer their scores, -1, of course. So Eastern View has proven they can move the ball as well.
Yeah.
Now you've got a new set of downs for Woodgrove, and you've got 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Thank you. To play here in the second quarter. This is something that I have at home. It's a headlight. So Steve's laughing. But Steve, I think your vision must be better than mine.
I think so, maybe.
You might as well just stay young so you don't lose your vision.
If they had a pill for it or whatever, I think people will be taking it.
Yeah. Yabkowski swings it out to Rodolfi. This time they try the other side, and Rodolfi's out there and picking up yards. Got past the 25, close to the 30-yard line of Eastern View.
Yeah, and he's picking up good yardage on first down all the time. So, again, it's been too easy. Eastern View needs to put some pressure on him. He's just rolling out, empty backfield, and the receivers know where he is, and they're coming right back for the catch, for the throw, and they're catching the ball. And now you got, 2nd and 4.
Well, he picked up, because he picked up 6. Second and 4 o'clock is running. So here's the test of time management skills for Colton Dapkowski and his offensive teammates. There's Dapkowski dropping back to pass. He's got time. He's going to throw deep. He's got a receiver open in the end zone for the touchdown. This one's hauled in by Cody Adams.
Man, that was a beautiful play, Mark.
Yeah, you're going to want to see this one in
replay.
replay.
Drop back, no pressure, and then he just sits there and wings it and throws it. Look at this. He got behind the Eastern View defense. And what you got to say, you got to tell your young corners, you cannot let them go behind you. And see, they're getting caught too much looking at the quarterback, thinking he's going to run, and then they get, they got to stay with their man.
Well, Eastern View will make it. Woodgrove has come back and answered Eastern View's score. Our score now is 28-14 in favor of the Wolverines here. Late in the second quarter, 1:41 to play.
And again, that was just, like you said, they have a very prolific offense. Now see if Eastern View can answer here with 1:14 to play in the first half.
Well, so what we know for certain is that both teams going to have quite a bit of success on offense, which really puts the onus on the defense of these two teams to step up and make some stops and give your offense a chance to take command.
Exactly.
So.
Who knows? We'll see. I mean, because right now, Eastern, they're just too easy for Woodgrove right now, making these easy pass plays and getting no pressure up front.
But how about Caperton being able to bring the Cyclones back for the most part?
Yeah,
I mean, they're down by 2 scores now, but it was a score, just 1 score. And the question is, does Eastern View answer before the end of this first half? I think maybe the question is starting position, and then can you go the distance with 1:41 to play? This one's fielded inside the 10-yard line. Looking for a block.
I don't know what
Looks like that's Burgess. That is Burgess. He changes direction, and it doesn't pay off in this case because he ends up being tackled at the 10-yard line. So poor field position for the Cyclones as they come onto the field looking with 1:30 to answer Woodgrove's most recent score.
Ran 30 to pick up 10.
Oh, but look, we got a face mask call against Woodgrove here.
All right, that's 15 yards from where the... Now it gives Eastern View some better field position.
Yeah, because they were resigned to start at their own 10. But now it moves it to the 25. So there's sort of a break there for Eastern View. Starting at the 25 rather than the 10. Tyler Caperton back there. And he's got Marquise Clark in the backfield.
Now we have a penalty against Eastern View movement.
All right, that'll cost them 5, and it'll push it back to the 20. And it'll be 1st and 15 from there. Clock stopped with 1:30 to play here in the second. Our score, you can see it there, Woodgrove 28, Eastern View 14. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 top of your screen. Caperton looking this way. He's going to throw it. This is going to be incomplete. And I'm not sure there. There were a couple of receivers. The ball was kind of thrown in between those 2 recipients. And that would have been Brock Gray and Elijah Bland.
See, I'd go back putting Hayden Lovelace in there at the running back when he gained, 12 yards in the first carry of the game. They haven't seen him back there since.
And Steve, I mean, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
I mean, 6'1", 280-pound senior. If he's running the ball, I mean, that's a load to bring down,
exactly.
isn't it? All right, from the 20-yard line, over the middle, Caperton throwing incomplete. Good coverage out there that time by the Wolverines. Pass intended for Elijah Bland. Dylan Donnelly on defense for Woodgrove.
It was good coverage right there, but again, Caperton was hurried too. He hurried that ball a little bit. Now, you bring a big 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd down now from the 20, and it's 3rd and 15. Remember, the line of scrimmage was the 25 when they started here. At the 20, they need 15 yards to keep it going. Caperton going to roll out to his left. Here comes the pressure. And they're going to force him out of bounds near the line of scrimmage. No gain. That'll stop the clock, and it'll bring up 4th down in about 15.
See, that was good coverage on behalf of Woodgrove right there, and he had nobody to throw it to.
Well, Steve, if you're Woodgrove and you're up by 2 scores, and you look at where Eastern View is likely to punt this ball away, I think you generally like to bring the pressure, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see a block and maybe see if you make something happen. I guess you have to look at the time remaining and how many timeouts do you have.
Well, now, Woodgrove would be opportunistic here if
they do bring the pressure. Loveless able to get the punt away. It's a high kick, bounces down shy of midfield. So they're going to down the ball at about 48 of Eastern View, and that's where Woodgrove takes over with 57 seconds to play here in the second quarter.
Now they got to be careful here. Eastern View is don't let those defenders get behind you. I mean, the receivers get behind the defenders. And that's what's looking like it's been all night long. And the key to stop that is getting pressure up front. You've got to be able to put pressure. Again, Woodgrove is not real big up front, but they block as a unit.
Yeah, I was going to say their blocking scheme seems to be working pretty well, and Rodolphe and Dabkowski have had their moments running the ball, no doubt. Of course, Dabkowski has thrown the ball well. That's Rodolphe in motion, and this is a quarterback keeper all the way. They call Dabkowski. He's at the 30, 20, and forced out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Steve picked up 33 yards on that carry.
Yeah, that's what you can't have happen right there.
Because you had about a minute to work with, and you had to go 48 yards, and they rattled off 33 on that one.
And they're in field goal range, but their kicker, I don't think is one of their strongest kickers. So,
yeah, Dabkowski all the way. He really had some running room out there, didn't he?
He did, because again, our defense pinched in instead of stay in your lane. They're like crashing down, thinking it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it's not.
So with 1st and 10 from the 16 and 48 seconds to play in the second quarter, the Wolverines have plenty of time here to try to get it into the end zone. And particularly when you have a quarterback like this who stiff arms a defender at the 10-yard line and then pushes it in the rest of the way, making it look effortlessly or effortless.
Watch this play.
Here it is right here.
Fake. Boom. He goes right there. No tackle. Arm tackle.
And he juked the defender there and froze him, didn't he?
Yep.
And that was a nice play by Dabkowski. 16-yard run makes it 34-14 with 40 seconds to play here in this second quarter. And now Bryce Hart is on for the point after.
The problem is Eastern View can't stop their offense, and Woodgrove's having a tough time stopping Eastern View's offense. So.
Yeah, but now they have the 3-score advantage, don't they, at 35-14? So it was close there for a while until Woodgrove broke it open. What do you remember specifically happening that caused that?
The breakdown of the defense. They just weren't getting enough pressure on the quarterback. When he's showing empty backfield back there, that means there's going to be a pass. But what's happening is they're not staying in their lanes, the defensive linemen. And so when they're pinching in, the quarterback's seeing either right or left. There's nobody there in space, and he can get into that space and pick up 15 to 20, 25 yards, what he's been doing. So Eastern View's got to figure that out. At halftime, you got to stop it. That means you better assign a free safety to eye and spy on that quarterback. But they're not doing that.
Well, Colton Dabkowski came into tonight's game with some impressive statistics, both rushing and passing. And, we can see how he amassed those yards because he's had a good night so far.
And he's not a big kid either.
No. Really, I agree with your observation. I mean, Woodgrove they're a good team. They don't have a lot of size to them, but their blocking has been very fundamentally sound here tonight. They've opened up some pass for the running back and the quarterback. On the return, he gets it out across the 30. I believe this was Burgess. Yeah, it is, number 27. MJ Bogus, rather. a freshman. He's been able to handle the football a few times tonight for the Cyclones. 31 seconds remaining. Eastern View calls a timeout. Will they start things here at the 33-yard line? All right, Steve. Now, Eastern View down by 21 points. You got to make sure you don't make any mistakes and give up an easy one here.
Yeah, see, Woodgrove's going to rush 3. They're sending everybody back.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got a linebacker making sure he's watching Caperton.
Caperton rolls to his left, creates some cushion, throws downfield, and this one's caught. And are they going to throw a penalty there, Steve?
Yeah, there's going to be
called. Was this going to be a push-off?
It's going to be
offensive interference?
Offensive interference right there. He pushed off. You can see it. Watch this replay. Watch these two. He pushed them down there, right there.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
That was Mason Settle, number 15.
You cannot do that.
Well, if you do, you want to disguise it a little bit.
Exactly. Was it number 15 Settle or Elkins?
15 Mason Settle.
Okay. That's right, Elkins plays for Culpeper.
No wonder I couldn't find him. I said, Steve said Elkins.
Yeah, he plays for Culpeper.
Well, we won't find him on tonight's roster.
That's
but
true.
I wonder what kind of game he's having over there with the Blue Devils.
Now, see all right, he's going to put him back.
To the 17. With 7 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Now, do you have a gadget play to see you can?
Let's see what Caperton draws up here.
Well, you don't want turnover.
No, he's going to keep it. Keep it safe. Pick up yardage out to the 30. He's slinging down to the 32. And that's, well, it looks like there's 3 seconds remaining. So Caperton on the keeper. Picked up yardage. Picked up a first down. But they're running out of time. And in fact, time has expired. So we've played one half here at the Grove, Woodgrove High School, where our scored intermission is Woodgrove 35. We'll take a break for the halftime show, and we'll come back for the start of the third quarter and try to update you on the Culpeper scores. All right?
Yep.
So stay tuned, everyone. Enjoy the break, and we'll come back for the third quarter kickoff when we're ready for that. Stay tuned. You're watching Cyclones football on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is made possible by the generosity of the following sponsors. Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Found & Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, Culpeper's outdoor power equipment dealer. Located across Highway 29 from Eastern View. K&M, from grass to trees, we aim to please. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF.
All right, well, welcome back to our broadcast where it's halftime here at Woodgrove High School. The Grove Wolverines up 35-14 over the Cyclones. And I'm Mark O'Connell alongside Steve Peacock. Steve, 35-14 is our score here for the start of the third quarter. What were some of your observations about that first half?
Well, I mean, Eastern View gives up the big play, but Eastern View was hanging in there to about maybe the last 7 minutes of the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Things kind of got a little away from them, and because both teams seemed like they were content to going down and scoring on each other's defense. Woodgrove's defense is not that very good, but their offense more than makes up for it from the way they play. And Eastern View just had too many mistakes. But on the penalty front, they did great.
Yeah.
But other times, just missed tackles, etc.
All right, here's Bryce Hart's kickoff to start the third quarter. And on the return, this is M.J. Bogus. He's got a nice one for the Eastern View as he gets all the way out to the 45-yard line. And excellent field position for Eastern View. Well, we break down that first half, Steve. Colton Dabkowski, the Wolverine quarterback, 3 touchdown passes. And these statistics are provided courtesy of team statistician Tim Hoffer. He had Dabkowski 15 of 22 passing, 197 yards and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. As Eastern View's offense gets ready to take the field after this penalty is marked off, Tyler Caperton ran the ball 9 times for 59 yards, had both Eastern View touchdowns, and passing he was 2 of 5 for 54 yards. Both those passes were called in by M.J. Bogus. Now, I want to get back to what you said about Hayden Lovelace. The big guy only ran the ball once. He picked up 9 yards.
Yep.
Makes you wonder if he might not be more utilized. We'll find out.
It
looks like he's in the backfield now. There you go. So
okay.
Eastern View takes over the third quarter at its own 32. Low snap. Play action. Caperton's going to keep it, come to the near side, looking for a block. Doesn't find one. Bounces off the first defender, and then a swarm of green jerseys come over to corral him after a 1-yard pickup.
Well, Mark, there was a legal block in the back. You know, the kickoff got returned to the 50, got called back because of that penalty against Eastern View. But right now, I just want to say Eastern View is they got to start playing a little bit of sense of urgency and really try to get the ball to your receivers and not let Caperton handle it too much. You'll get, because he's not that big, and you don't want to risk injury to your quarterback.
Here's Caperton now, rolling to his left. Here comes some pressure. Short toss, completed pass play to Hayden Lovelace. So they're trying to get him into the mix here. Short gain as Woodgrove pursued very quickly to the football.
I thought Woodgrove was going to get a late hit. It should have been, but the officials missed it.
Brings up 3rd and 9 from the 34. Opening minute here of this third quarter. Our score, Woodgrove 35, Eastern View 14. Caperton in the pistol. Marquise Clark behind him. Here's Caperton. He's going to throw. Downfield. Oh, we got some contact out there. We'll see if there's going to be a penalty flag.
Sure.
And it is coming in. The pass intended for number 15, Mason Settle.
Yeah, that's going to be pass interference on defense, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
It's one of the things you have to keep in mind is that unlike the pro game where it's a spot foul. Yeah, they mark it off on the line of scrimmage. All right. Well, you know, localsportshistory.com is the community sports site that you are building organically. Check out local sports information or contribute your submissions at localsportshistory.com. 49-yard line. Where it's 1st and 10 now for the Cyclones. Here's Caperton. This time rolls to his right. Here comes the pursuit. He's looking downfield. Here comes the pressure. He's going to be sacked for a huge loss by Woodgrove's number 20, Hudson Chappelle. There he is.
Yeah, that one right there, he held on the ball too long. He was trying to look for the receivers. Give credit to Woodgrove's defenders for locking up our receivers. But
yeah.
13-yard loss, though.
Yeah, you usually call that a coverage sack, don't you? You look downfield, there's no one there, and can you throw it away, or do you have to take the sack? In this case, the big loss.
Yeah, he should have thrown it away. He'll learn. He's only a sophomore, so he'll learn that. 2nd
down, and 23 from the 37. We go back to the run. Straight ahead, the ball carrier to the 40. He picked up 3. That's Marquise Clark, junior running back, 5'8", 172. And here is 3rd down and 19 for the Cyclones, and they have it at the 40-yard line. Tyler Caperton checks the sidelines for the play call here. He's got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
which means he's got man coverage on one of his receivers, so probably that's where he's going to be looking.
That's Clark in the backfield alongside him. Woodgrove going to bring some pressure. This one thrown and caught at the 45-yard line of Woodgrove. Hauling that in was Brock Gray. Going to be shy of a first down by about 4 or 5 yards. Here's the replay on this one, Steve.
Watch this. He's able to run out, and the receiver is wide open, just fitted it right in between two defenders. But the receiver's got to learn to drive that deeper to get it close to the first down marker. But right now, it just looks like it's about 5, 6 yards short.
And the receiver went up in the air to bring that one in, so it was a nice catch.
Yeah, it was a great catch. You just got to drive that defender deeper, though, because you got to know where your sticks are.
All right, so it's 4th and 5, and they line up to go for it. I mean, are you at a point in the game, Steve, where you can't? You're just going to have to go for it here on 4th. Here's Caperton. Here comes the pressure, and he got away from the first defender, but not the second one there, and he's tackled for a loss, and that's going to turn the ball over on downs to Woodgrove, but there is a flag on the play.
Might be a horse collar tackle. It declines against Eastern View.
Well, making the tackle was Caden Cunningham for Woodgrove. And now here's an opportunity for the Wolverines early on, forcing that the turnover on downs, and they're going to have excellent field position at the 49.
I would have kicked it on that play, but,
All right, well, this broadcast, our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Colton Depkowski and his offensive teammates back into the field. He rolls to his left, throws downfield, wide open receiver, and it is Cody Adams hauling in his second touchdown catch of the night, and he came up. Is that a cramp?
Cramp.
All right, Steve, we're going to have to see the replay on this one, that scoring drive. Look at this.
He has about 2 to 3 yard separation right there on the defender. And you can't give that big a cushion. Those receivers are deceptive. They will go by you.
To Adams, Cody Adams, his second touchdown catch of the night. Now, that means that Colton Depkowski has thrown 4 touchdown passes so far.
Yeah, that was easy. I mean, just a bad defense on Eastern View's part there.
Bryce Hart on for the point after. All right, here's the kick, and it's up and good. Our score, 42-14 in favor of the Wolverines. 7:47 to play in this third quarter. This broadcast brought to you in part by Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. 540-547-3673. Well, I'm Mark O'Connell alongside Steve Peacock and Johnny Krawchuk, station manager up top. Behind the camera, doing the camera work. Beautiful field here at Woodgrove High School, Steve. Our first visit to Woodgrove. And really the second time we've seen them in a matchup against Eastern View. And we talked about that earlier in the broadcast when we went back in time 12 years ago to 2013 for that playoff game at Eastern View.
Yeah, but I remember that game. They were just ran right all over us. They were big, they were huge.
And it was Josh Sweet that did most of the damage, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We mentioned he went on to attend Cornell University. And Woodgrove won the 4A or Division IV state championship in 2018. Yeah.
They beat Lake Taylor.
That's right. And, Lake Taylor had been in the thick of those championship games for many years.
Yeah. Now they've dropped all the way down to Division III.
Is that right?
Yep.
All right. Looks like the return man that time was it Brock Gray, number 2, on the return for Eastern View? They'll have good field position, but, Steve, they've got a tough hill to climb here down 42-14 with 7:40 to play in the third.
They do, Mark. They've got try to put together some offense like they were doing in the first quarter. They were moving the football. But, lately they've been getting stopped. Even stopped on 4th down, and then they'd have a penchant for giving up the big play, and that's happened with Eastern View. They've been giving up the big play all night.
Well, you wanted Hayden Lovelace to get more playing time. He's in the backfield. This one's going to be the handoff to Devin White. They'll stack him up near the line of scrimmage for a very short gain, if any.
I mean, I'd be sitting Hayden Lovelace, number 9. Here's the ball. I'm going to blast right up the middle.
All right, this broadcast brought to you in part by Fountain Sons, more than a respected funeral home. They support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Fountain Sons, 825-3530. All right, they gave him a yard. It's 2nd down and 9 from the 47 for the Cyclones. Clock running, 7 minutes to play here in the third. You can see the score, 42-14. Devin White, the ball carrier. Got behind the surging offensive line, picked up a few yards, crossed midfield into Woodgrove territory at the 49. Pick up a 4 yards on the play.
And see, Mark, the thing is right there, though, the snap was bad. Whereas, Caperman's got to pick it off the ground and then hand it off. It messes up the timing. So you got to get with your center. Say, look, I need the ball here. Weight's high. I don't need to be picking it up off the ground.
Well, at the starting lineup tonight, Eastern View at center is Cody Williams. The guards, C.J. Young and John Laybourne. Tackles, Deke Eleno, Ryland Glasgow. Downfield they go, long pass, a little bit of contact, but I didn't see a penalty flag thrown on that one.
No. He just threw it just a little bit too quick. He had to wait probably another second, and probably could have dropped it in there. But they're just trying to take shots now, trying to do anything they can to try to see if they can get a score here.
Oh, it's 4th down and 5-6 yards to go. Looks like Eastern View's called a timeout. They have. We mentioned that. Our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVAcreditunion.org. Steve, being here at Woodgrove is a nice place to call a game. Everyone's been so friendly and accommodating.
Yep, nice place.
Yep.
Nice facilities. And you can go around the state of Virginia. What school, does have the good facilities and who doesn't? And, being up here in Loudoun County, that they're going to have good facilities everywhere. So,
yeah.
I mean.
That is true. And the really, it's been really such, Loudoun County has had so much growth over the years.
Yeah.
I don't think it's much of an exaggeration to say that a high school pops up about every year. There's so many of them, or every other year.
Every other year.
Yeah. So, after this timeout, Eastern View has it 4th down and 5 from the Woodgrove 49.
See, I don't know what Orange and Louise are going to do because they're going to have to build another high school. It's just coming. They've been so far getting waivers from the VHSL to stay in the Jefferson District, but when it comes to playoffs, they're getting into Division 5.
So you mentioned Orange, and who was the other school you mentioned?
Louisa.
Oh, Louisa. Yeah, because both those school counties still have just the one high school.
Yep,
yeah.
And over 2,000 enrollment.
Well, this one was bobbled. It was a low snap. Caperton was able to take possession and picked up a couple yards, but he's shy of a first down. That means the Cyclones turn it over on downs. Back to the Wolverines, who are in control here, 42-14 with 6 minutes exactly to play here in this third quarter. And this broadcast brought to you in part by K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371.
And Mark, I'm looking at the sideline, Eastern View, and this has got to be the year, one of these years. Well, they've always had way more players than Culpeper has, but I look now, their numbers are down.
Woodgrove takes over on its own 47. Here's the toss on the jet sweep to Joey Rodolfi. And Rodolfi in Eastern View territory at the Eastern View 47.
Brought down by number 24 for Eastern View, Mark, and that is
Devin White.
He's had a good Good ball game. He's a little quiet, but he's been there. He's been in a lot of the tackles.
I think it's Devin. We're saying Devin, aren't we?
Yeah.
Devon. We're saying Devin White. I hope I'm not mistaken. He may go by Devon. We'll find out and get it right in the future. All right. Eastern View 47's the line of scrimmage. Rodolphe the handoff. Powering his way forward. Still not going down. Got down to the Eastern View 35 before they finally tackled him. In on the tackle there for number 20 Marquise Clark.
He just kind of rode that wave of Woodgrove coming. He got in the middle of it and was able finally to bring him down.
First down for the Wolverines, balling out the 35-yard line. Let's check the backfield there. It looks like we've got a different running back in there, Steve.
Yeah.
For Woodgrove, it's like number 9. Yeah, that's Danilo Uloa. That's him. He's much bigger than Joey Rodolphe.
Yep.
He's going to that power running now.
Yeah, they're going to run. I don't think you're going to see Woodgrove put it much on the air unless it's the situation, appears and makes itself a throwing situation. But they're going to be content to just run that football.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the clock favors Woodgrove. They're up by 28 points now.
Yep. The next score is running clock.
Mm-hmm. Clock approaching the 4-minute mark here in this third quarter. From the 27, here comes Debkowski, the quarterback, spinning away from the tackler until the Eastern View defenders came over to tackle him in tandem there. And he got inside, right at the 20. So let's check him. That's another first down for the Wolverines. They're certainly in business here. They are officially in the red zone.
Yep, they sure are. Updated score, Mark, courtesy of my friend Ronnie Harper. It is James Wood 24, Culpeper 6.
Culpeper had sounded like they were in contention early on, and then James Wood sort of opened it up on them.
Yep.
Appreciate Ronnie giving us that score with that Culpeper game. I've been getting some scores in on my phone, but I haven't had a chance to look at them. Here's some play action. Debkowski going to throw to the end zone. Got a receiver. It's caught. Was he inside?
No.
They say no. He was out of bounds.
We have to get 1 foot in.
Here's the replay on
let's
this.
See this. There, the crowd is booing, but look at this. Let's see. Sees him. See if he's get these feet in. Watch his feet. Nope, it's out of bounds.
All right. The receiver hauling that in was Caden Cunningham.
He just got to learn the toe tap. He needs to go to ballet school.
Well, was it Herschel Walker who took ballet?
A lot of players did back in the day because it
balance
and and seeing pros, you got to have both feet in bounds.
Mm-hmm.
High school and college, just one.
And I remember a coach telling me, high school football coach telling me that after football season during the spring, if you didn't play baseball, you were on the track team.
Yeah.
And if you did play baseball, if you were a running back on the football team, after baseball practice, you had to run hurdles. So they had their running backs run hurdles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense, doesn't it?
It does, but now you can't hurdle anybody.
Right.
So, moot point now, I guess.
What were they running hurdles back then? I guess it just made you a better ball carrier because of
agility,
your clearance, and that sort of thing.
But I don't think they made him jump the high hurdles, probably just a regular hurdle.
Right, that's true.
Because I remember in high school, those things were intimidating.
Yeah, I always admired people that could run them.
I
never tried it.
I used to, when I was a kid, make it in my backyard in Richmond, get these old mattresses and blankets and try to do a Bosworth flop on the high jump back from the '68 Olympics.
Oh, the flop. That was Dwight.
Dwight, Fosbury or
what was it?
Fosbury flop.
Dwight Fosbury. Man, that's going back in time.
Yeah.
The flop. Yeah. All right, from the 20-yard line, here's Debkowski. Here comes some pressure. He runs away from it. He's looking downfield, throws, got a receiver, end zone, touchdown. Woodgrove.
And it looked like Eastern View had him right there, but he was able to shake it off. Watch, here comes the pressure from number 24, and then come number 20. Smith trying to run him down, but look, See, he was able to get separation from number 25 of Eastern View. And who's that number 25 for Eastern View on the play?
Jermaine Crop. I was trying to pick up the receivers' numbers, too, and I was unable to.
No.
But, okay, that's 5 touchdown passes, isn't it, for Colton Dabkowski? And the point after here by Hart is no good, but that's not likely to hurt the Wolverines when you think about how this the posture of this game at this point. 3:06 to play, and it's 48-14.
And see, it's a 34-point lead, not a 35, so the clock will not continuously run here yet.
Let's see, 48-14. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 point difference. So
Yeah.
if you hit the point after, then you have a continuously running clock.
Yep.
He did that on purpose.
I think when, I'm going on record here, I think we'll have a continuously running clock here shortly.
Well, Steve, you pinpointed it early on. I mean, Caperton was keeping the Cyclone offense, they were keeping the team in contention. But then Woodgrove just sort of pulled away.
Yeah.
And, you've got Colton Dabkowski, the quarterback, thrown 5 touchdown passes tonight.
Yeah, 5 touchdown passes, and he was making it, like I said, in the first quarter, even to the start of the second quarter. Eastern View was right there answering, touchdown for touchdown. But then all of a sudden, Woodgrove imposed their will on this team, and from an offensive standpoint.
Well, we knew that coming in, they had that capability of lighting it up offensively. When you think about how many points they scored last week against John Champ, and it was a 70-49 game. And to me, that still sounds like a lopsided high school basketball
game.
It
sure does.
We beat you by 21 points, 70-49. But no, they had 70 points, and they gave up 49. But, I mean, when a team can score like this, they can give up some points as well, and it doesn't hurt them. But no success for Eastern View really stopping that Woodgrove offense tonight. But like we said, Tyler Caperton and Eastern View, they were contending for a while until Woodgrove pulled away.
And I'm thinking last week there was a high school team that lost in Virginia 83-0.
How do you, it's just like, how do you account for that in terms of scheduling?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Caperton's pass complete at midfield for an Eastern View first down.
Number 4.
All right, thank you. That was Elijah Bland.
You got to get some of these kids in there who can, show some speed, because right now Woodgrove is faster than Eastern View.
Clock running, 2:40 to play. Third quarter action. You can see the score there, 48-14. Eastern View, new set of downs. They have it 1st and 10 on the Woodgrove side of midfield at the 49. Here's Caperton. Play action. Swings it out to the receiver there. That was number 2, Brock Gray. He goes forward inside the Woodgrove 45. They'll mark it at the 43. Give him 6 yards. It's 2nd down and 4, and the clock continues to run, approaching the 2-minute mark of this third quarter.
And I think, Eastern View, right, they're obviously out of the ball game. I don't really see them coming back to challenge Woodgrove here, but there's things you can work on, and they look like they're doing it right now.
All right, here's a handoff. And this is the running back,
24.
Devin White, spinning his way for first down yardage. Well, Eastern View is certainly not going to give up. They're going to play it through, but, they're down by such a huge margin. It's almost impossible to come back under these odds.
Yeah, I mean, it's they just don't have enough time.
It's been hard to really stop that Woodgrove offense, though. I mean, even if you do put together a score, the next thing you know, Woodgrove's coming back with Colton Dabkowski leading the way. Like we said, he's got 5 touchdown passes here tonight. Here's a throw near sideline. This was caught by Brock Gray. Near side pass, picked up some yardage. We'll check the spot. Line of scrimmage was the 37. They're going to mark this one down at the 33. Give him 4 yards. 2nd and 6 on its way.
And where Woodgrove is going to get in trouble in their district play during their regular seasons too is they got to show up their defense. They have a prolific offense and can score.
Right.
But they won't go far with unless they get their defense tightened up.
All right, Caperton handing off. Devin White straight ahead, shy of the 30-yard line. We'll give him 2 yards to the 31. This is going to bring up 3rd down and about 4. Clock running 20 seconds and counting here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, see, they're going to come off. See, my philosophy is let's run more play. We got time, run more play. You never know. And to me, you go, it's like, hey.
Counting down the final 3 seconds here.
Yep.
All right, now it's official. We've played 3 quarters, and the homestanding Wolverines are dominating at this point, leading 48-14. Let's take a break. We'll come back for the 4th and final quarter right after this.
This broadcast is made possible by the generosity of the following sponsors. Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Found & Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, Culpeper's outdoor power equipment dealer, located across Highway 29 from Eastern View. K&M, from grass to trees, we aim to please. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF.
Quarter, which a moment ago just witnessed Tyler Caperton avoiding a sack and getting rid of the football, an incomplete pass, and it brings up 4th down and about 4.
Well, they're going to go for it, obviously. See if they can keep this drive and the momentum going.
Yep, 4th and final quarter with our score, Woodgrove 48, Eastern View 14. Tyler Caperton in the pistol there. Devin White behind him. He throws, got a receiver, caught, but just shy of that 1st down marker. It looks like that pass was hauled in by Elijah Bland.
And good, as they get older and more experienced, that receiver will know where the sticks are. Mm-hmm. He turned around and he needs to recognize that, hey, I'm about a yard, maybe 2 yards ahead to go here to get the 1st down. So you tend to drive your defender down, then come back.
Let me ask you this: if you were coaching, and you think about your team leading 48-14 final quarter, do you start substituting your skilled players here to make maybe say avoid injury, or do you keep them in there for a while?
Well, I mean, I guess they might want to when they get to the running clock, they'll probably substitute, but you also want to keep your players sharp.
I think they do, or they are substituting here. And they just connected on looks like a screen pass out to the 45-yard line. He picked up 17 yards in the 1st down. Well, let's check for the personnel for some changes in numbers, Steve, because remember Colton Dabkowski was the quarterback.
Now it looks like number 5.
Well, that's Dylan Donnelly. He's been playing the receiver. No, Dabkowski's still in there. He wears jersey number 11, Colton Dabkowski. 5 touchdown passes. He remains in the game. And the star running back, Joey Rodolphe, stays in as well.
They want to get that score.
There's Rodolphe. Made that first man miss, made a nice cut, turned upfield, picked up good yardage, and a Woodgrove 1st down. And no penalty flag, so they're going to move the sticks here.
And right now, Eastern View's getting tired. You can see it on defense. They're getting worn out by that offense. And like I said, that offense isn't big, especially up front. But they got good skill players, and they know how to read their linemen's blocks, especially the running backs and the quarterback. They're able to read where it's going to go, and they have good vision.
Yeah, and I think your case in point was just that last play with Rodolphe, reading it so well and waiting for the opening and really making the most of it. He gets another chance here.
He's a patient runner.
Now he's going to reverse direction because there's no place to go, and he's running out of room to run here because he just drew the attention of about 6 white jerseys. They had him bottled up at first. Looked like he might be able to wiggle free, but then the pursuit closed in, and they were able to tackle him for a rare loss. I don't think he had any carries for any lost yardage tonight.
No, but what they're going to want to do is, like I said, they want they definitely want to get that 35-point lead. But again, their offense isn't real big, but they're precise, and they don't make a lot of mistakes. There was a mistake on that last play, but.
Man in motion. They fake it to Rodolphe. They throw short to the receiver there. It makes a cut up field, picks up nice yardage. We'll try to pick up that number if we can as well.
Can't
see. It's hard. See those jerseys?
It's too dark.
Yeah. Here you turn around there. Is it number 6?
Yeah, 6.
Oh, okay. Then we should know that's Colton Tokarczyk.
Yeah. But again, there was a poor tackle on Eastern View's players, and that's being because they're tired. When you reach out your arm like that, too easy to run through. Got to get a hat in the football.
1 receiver top of your screen. 3 go to the right. 1 in the slot. Gapkowski will play action. Now he's going to pump fake, then throw. Threw it behind the intended receiver. That one was intended for number 9, Danilo Uloa.
Number 6 was also in there too. They didn't. I don't think both receivers knew who he was throwing it to. He kind of split them.
This broadcast brought to you by LocalSportsHistory.com, which is the community sports site that you are building organically. Check out local sports information or contribute your submissions at LocalSportsHistory.com. We mentioned our live sponsor is Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. All right, from the 39. Quarterback looking for some room, looking for a receiver. Now he's going to throw it. And this one's picked off at the 30-yard line by Eastern View's defender there. That is number 27. Coming up with it, MJ Bogus.
I think the running back made a wrong move, and he had to kind of ad-lib here, the Woodgrove quarterback, but he just threw it there, and good interception by number 27.
MJ Bogus.
First defensive turnover of the night.
I was going to say this is Woodgrove's first turnover,
right?
Isn't it?
Now see if the offense can cash in on it.
All right. Well, this broadcast brought to you in part by Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. 540-547-3673. All right. Eastern View back on offense at the Woodgrove 39. Caperton low snap again. He fakes it to number 24, Devin White. Then he's got to keep it, and they're going to eventually tackle him for a huge loss all the way back at the 48-yard line. That's a loss of 9 yards on first down. It's going to bring up second down and 19.
See, that's where he needs as he gets more experience to just throw that out of bounds. Just make sure it gets past the line of scrimmage.
All right. Second down and 19 now for the Cyclones from the Wolverine 48. Under 8 minutes to play here in this fourth and final quarter. Our score 48-14 in favor of Woodgrove. Tyler Caperton in the pistol formation there. He's going to throw. He's got time. Over the middle he goes. He's got a receiver inside the 35-yard line. Tackled shy of the 30 was number 2, Brock Gray.
Yeah, there's a flag.
Yeah, now what are you seeing here when this one's thrown? Is this a dead ball foul?
It's going to be a dead ball, and we'll see if it's going to be offsetting.
Dead ball. Okay. Yeah. Tack on the 15 yards for that one, for the unnecessary roughness. Well, you could see by Brock Gray's response, he didn't like what was going on out there. All right, see where they've marked it inside the 20. It's at the 17. All right, Steve. Eastern View is in a position here to punch it in.
And that I hope they do, Mark, because that'll give them something to build on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in a game like this, you got to, whatever your takeaways are, you got to, take them, accept them.
And see, right now, Liberty, they got to play Liberty next week in Bealton at Liberty, and Liberty doesn't have much this year either.
I was going to ask you about that. Caperton keeps it on the play action there. Here's another penalty flag coming in at the end of this play.
Could be a face mask. But the other thing is what I was going to say about Liberty. They got Eastern View's quarterback, AP Hall, is over there playing now. His brother plays on that team.
The back-to-back penalties now against this Woodgrove defense.
Yep.
But since it's hard to pick up those numbers, it's hard to tell if some of these are substitution players. Because Woodgrove wasn't penalized like this until late in the game here.
Well, I like what the ref, though, mic'd up. You the whole. And whereas, why don't we do that?
Well, that's a good question. And I don't have a good answer.
I don't either.
From the 6, Eastern View trying to strike here. Caperton's going to keep it. Makes a couple of nice moves, and looks like, did he cross that plane?
No.
Not. Or did he? No, he did. Steve from 6 yards out. Caperton's in the end zone. His third touchdown, and Eastern View's third as well.
Cyclone touchdown. Caperton from 6 yards. The ball just crossed the plane right there, and that's what gave him the score. But again, that's something good for Eastern View to get. And so, hey, we're not giving up. We're going to continue to play. So now they're on Capellini for the point after.
48-20 our score. Back at Capellini. Try to tack on the extra point. No, here's the snap, the hold, and the kick is up and good. So our score, 48-21. 6:23 to play here in the fourth. Well, Steve, it's no minor detail that you brought up the fact that next week Eastern View plays Liberty, and Liberty's quarterback's AP Hall, who would have been Eastern View's starting quarterback as a senior this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or junior.
Is he a junior or senior?
He might. I'd have to
check last year's roster. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I mean, you know how good AP Hall was, or is. So what about Liberty? What do you think?
Well, they haven't won a game yet. I mean, it's from what I understand, they're young too, just like Eastern View.
Yeah. So I think our coverage plan is to cover the Eastern View Liberty game next week.
Yeah, because Culpeper's off next week.
Okay, so they have their bye week, and then we come back. I think Johnny said we have back-to-back Culpeper games. Yeah.
Yep.
And we mentioned that the Blue Devils are playing at home tonight against James Wood. And what was that updated score we had?
24-6.
24-6?
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, even if Culpeper loses that game, it really doesn't hurt them for it because it's a non-district game. But you want to be able to get quality wins.
Well, what do we have James Wood classified? Are they 4?
4. They're 4.
Okay.
They're in with Sharando, Hanley.
All right.
Skyline.
Skyline's 3, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at least they have.
But they're in the Northwest District, though. Brentsville's in the district.
Oh, here's a kick that was mishandled, so to speak. But it did go into the end zone for the touchback. I thought if it went out of bounds prior to that pylon, it would have been
35, but it hit the other. It went out after the pylon.
No, I mean he touched it.
Yeah.
I was thinking it would be out of bounds at about the 3. Instead, it did go into the end zone. So the touchback. So Woodgrove will have it at the 20-yard line.
But yeah, they're in the Northwest District. Your Division III teams in there. You got Kettle Run. They're a 4.
Wait a minute, Steve. Looks like we were right because remember, it looked like the return man had bobbled it and it went out of bounds shy of going in the end zone. That's why it's at the 2.
Okay.
And Woodgrove has not had this poor a field position the entire game.
It looks like they still have their.
Yeah, they've got number 11 Colton Dabkowski, the quarterback, still in there, and that number 3, of course, is Joey Rodolfi. He remains in the game.
And what's the hold up? There we go.
the Wolverines starting for the first time in a hole here at their 2. They fake it to Rodolphe. They throw. This one's deflected into the hands of the interception.
It's a touchdown.
It's by the MJ Bogus. It was off the receiver's hand. It was watch. Here's the replay here.
Yep.
As he throws it, here's the receiver. He had his hands on it, bobbled it up into the air, and number 27, MJ Bogus was there for the interception and the pick 6.
Cyclone touchdown from the defense. Just what they needed. Now, getting a little interesting.
When you look back at that play, though, and you look at the pass and the receiver, it looked like he took his eyes off the ball.
He did. It was a kind of a bang-bang play. The quarterback knew he wanted that slant, but the receiver kind of looked up at the last second. The ball was there, and he was able to – he got tipped, and then right in there to Eastern View.
Well, with 6:13 to play here in the fourth quarter, it's still an uphill climb, but a play like that, you don't expect it. And it's all of a sudden you get a pick 6, and your offense, Caperton, just had a touchdown run. We have a whistle and stoppage here. All right, let me tell you, this broadcast brought to you in part by Fountain Sons, more than a respected funeral home. They support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Fountain Sons, 825-3530. Well, MJ Bogus has had a good game for the Cyclones tonight.
Yes.
Go for 2 here. Caperton throwing. Caught. And this is number 15 on the reception. That is Mason Settle. And the defenders deny him the 2-point conversion.
And see, that to me, right there, that's the quarterback's fault because he needs to tell his receivers, you got to drive them deep into the end zone, and then come back for the football. And again, and don't throw like a soft pass. You got to really fire it in there. You could have got the 2. But the receivers got to learn, and the quarterback's got to tell them too. I'm going to throw it, but you're going to have to drive your defender off. And that's, run hard, stop, and come back. Chances are you'll get an interference call because they'll try to come over the back.
Very analytical.
Yep. Interesting. Very
Interesting.
Very interesting thought.
Well, so what's on the horizon for college football this weekend, Steve? Any big games?
You got Georgia and Tennessee at Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia's playing William & Mary. Hopefully, Virginia should win. Tech's got to play Old Dominion.
Okay.
Now, Old Dominion's beaten Tech before, so that's not a gimme game.
The old Monarchs, Old Dominion University. Here's the kickoff. This one's going to be fielded inside the 10-yard line. On the return, reversing direction, picking up a block. Near sideline. Look at this return.
Yeah.
Running out of bounds, running out of space. Capolini made perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yep, he did.
And the return man there was number 2, Caden. No, it's Joey Rodolphe on the return.
What, a 32-yard return?
No, he started from about the 10, and he gets down to the Eastern View. Let's see where they have it marked.
He say stepped
oh,
out
it's
of
at the it's at midfield.
So stepped out of bounds.
About a 40-yard return.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so let's see. Woodgrove here.
Yeah.
Back on offense, leading 48-27. Dabkowski remains in the game, but it looks like he's going to operate under center for the first time here tonight.
Someone's got to go about the equipment issue. So.
Right. Looks like we're going to call a timeout taken by Woodgrove. All right, our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVACreditUnion.org. We have 5 minutes and 59 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Well, Steve, Eastern View's closed the gap some, thanks in part to Tyler Caperton orchestrating the offense and capping their most recent drive with a touchdown, but then getting the pick six.
Yeah, getting the pick six right there, and that was crucial. And again, like I said, you got to give credit to Eastern View for not, just mailing it in. They were still out there competing. And you got to, say Woodgrove was kind of getting the lackadaisical and just thought, oh, well, we'll just, coast on in here to win. I mean, they're going to win the game, but, again, though, Eastern View is playing tough.
If they get, they do hand it off to Rodolphe. He breaks the tackle at midfield and then lowers his shoulder and gets first down yardage. He goes out of bounds at the 40. He picked up 10 yards.
And, and if I was the coaches, I would say, try to stay in bounds. Don't run out of bounds.
Well, I've been impressed with the running of Joey Rodolphe, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Not a big kid.
No.
He's deceptive, though.
I think he's got good feet.
Mm-hmm.
He's quick. Stays in the game. Back there with his quarterback, Colton Debkowski. And Debkowski sends 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's looking this way, and he's throwing this way. This one caught inside the 25-yard line. And let's check the number on that.
Number one is the Woodgrove.
All right, that's Cody Adams.
And he's defended by number 2 in Eastern View.
Brock Gray, yeah. Appreciate the assistance on that. Well, I think Adams has 2 touchdown catches tonight.
I'm impressed with the Woodgrove offense. They can score.
Yeah. So it seems like last week is sort of similar to this week in the sense there's Rodolphe on the sweep left side. Penalty flag coming in as Ronan Smith makes the tackle for Eastern View.
I think it's going to be a hold against Woodgrove.
But I was saying that with Woodgrove winning last week 70-49, on paper, so he must have a prolific offense. They do. They gave up 49 points to John Champ. And then tonight, Eastern View has 27 points. That's, that's nothing to.
No, it isn't. And I think next week they can get right back on could get in the winning column against Eastern View. Liberty.
So I wonder what it'll be like for the Eastern View players to take on a former teammate in AP Hall.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to want to, make life miserable for him.
Yeah, we don't want you having too much fun, right?
But the defense of Eastern View's got to realize that he'll run it at 6'2", 240.
Oh, yeah.
He's a load.
He is indeed. Well, AP Hall is considered a dual threat for good reason. Kowski under center. Watch out. Here comes from the blind side. He gets away from that, throws it downfield. This one incomplete. And defending on the play for Eastern View was number 10, Benjamin Jenkins.
And if, put it this way, if the quarterback had made a better throw, it would have been a catch. But it looks like we got a hold. Right? Yeah, it's coming back.
The line of scrimmage was the 33. All right, so no penalty. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. 3:56 to play here in the fourth quarter. Our score, Woodgrove 48, Eastern View 27.
So defense, see if they can hold here. They still got a ways to go because of that holding.
Joey Rodolphe in the backfield alongside his quarterback Colton Debkowski. Debkowski 5 touchdown passes. He's going for another one. This one slightly underthrown, but it's hauled in for the touchdown. Let's pick up the number there. Oh, is it number? Oh, yeah. That's got to be one of his favorite targets, Colton Tokarczyk. Here's the replay.
Talking about dropping it in a breadbasket. Watch this. Right there.
Yeah, but actually it was slightly underthrown.
It was slightly underthrown.
And the receiver did a good job of staying on track with that ball and hauling it in.
But it looks like it might be coming back.
Well, it certainly does. They called it back. That's the second time they've called back a touchdown.
It's holding, looks like. Or let me see what the call is.
Well, the line of scrimmage was the 33. They've moved it back to the 49.
That's a 15-yarder.
All right, they're going to set up the screen to Rodolphe, and uncharacteristically, he drops the pass. Would he have had room to maneuver out there? I saw about 4 white jerseys in close vicinity.
Yeah, he would have had some room to maneuver, but again, Eastern View dialed up a blitz too. They should have been doing that more and more in the first half.
3rd down. Look how far they've got to go to get a first down. The line of scrimmage is the Eastern View 48. They've got to get down to the. Take a look at that stick over there, Steve.
Looks like it's going to be about the 17. No, yeah,
10,
14.
14. They got to get down to the Eastern View 14. They do the math here. They need about 34 yards.
If they don't get it, I'm sure they're going to punt this time.
All right, here comes some pressure. Watch out, Debkowski's going to hit from that blind side. He saw the defender just in the nick of time to avoid the big hit. Ronan Smith of Eastern View.
And Hunter and that Bayless kid was there too. Lovelace, rather.
No, right, Hayden Lovelace.
Yeah, he was in there too.
Now you got a fourth down. Did they say 4th and 39?
4th and 39. And so, yeah, they're going. I would think that Woodgrove will punt.
Official timeout on the field. Well, we'll tell you this broadcast brought to you in part by K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, now located directly across Highway 29 from Eastern View High School. K&M, from grass to trees, they aim to please. 825-8371.
So it's interesting to see what Woodgrove is going to do. They're going to punt?
I think you probably would at this point, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Well,
might be mistaken.
no, they're lined up to punt.
Yeah.
And I think it's Rodolphe. Yeah, Rodolphe's also their punter.
Yeah, they're Brock Gray's deep.
Yeah, Joey Rodolphe.
How many times has Woodgrove punted tonight?
Is this the first?
I think so.
Rodolphe, their star running back, is also their punter, standing inside his 30-yard line. And Woodgrove calls a timeout.
I wonder what that is for. They weren't lined up right. I mean, you're up, what, 48-27?
Yeah, with 2:22 to play in the fourth.
So you're up 21 points. And, yeah, I get that you're going to punt it, but I don't understand why you want to call timeout.
Well, they must not have liked what they saw in the formation, right?
Yeah.
Because what would you reconsider here on 4th and, 39?
Handoff.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know I don't know. Too many coaches have that in their playbook. They got them 4th and 39. Let's see.
Quarterback sneak on 4th and 39.
Statue of Liberty.
Now, if you had somebody like Greg Landry or Bobby Douglas on 4th and 39.
Drew Brees or Fran Target.
Well, I was thinking about those quarterbacks in the 70s that used to like to run the ball.
Yeah.
Here's a quick kick. Oh, this one hit the wall of players there. Going to take it's going to be a very short kick. Eastern View's side of midfield. Eastern View will have excellent field position, but time is not on their side with 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining here in this one. And they're trailing by 21 points, 48-21.
It looks like the punter punted into the back of his own player.
Exactly, yeah.
Looked like he was getting pushed back, and boom.
Eastern View on its own 47 when their offense.
Did you watch Sunday night where Buffalo came back and beat?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Oh, it was a good game.
How many points did they score in?
15. They're down 15 8 minutes ago in the game.
They were down by 15 points?
So.
Big Josh Allen brought them back?
Yep.
Okay, Eastern View now from its own 47. Got movement. Somebody's going to be penalized 5 yards.
They're going to say Eastern View, but really the Woodgrove guy moved first. But they're going to say false start.
Toss them 5. Move it back to the 42. First and 15 from the 42. Clock stopped. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to play in this one. 48-27 our score. Wolverines on top. Caperton keeps it. Upended shy of the 45-yard line.
I don't think that's Caperton, Mark. I think that's number 6.
No, my mistake.
6.
All right, well, let's check that then. Number 6 is Austin Taylor.
Yeah, he's
number 2 is Brock Gray. Caperton wears number 3.
Yeah, Caperton's on sidelines. They got number 6 there as the quarterback.
Austin Taylor, yeah, quarterback.
Why not give him some reps?
Yeah, a junior. All right, here's a handoff. Devin White hitting the backfield, going nowhere. They stop him for no gain and actually lost a couple yards on the play. Clock will run, 1:20 to play.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see anybody call timeouts anymore here. But yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, even though they're losing by 21 points, and that could be the final deficit, some of your positive takeaways tonight, Steve, if you were accentuating the positive for Eastern View.
Well, I mean, Caperton's improving every game. I think he's better reading the offense, I thought, the defenses tonight. Defensively is where they need to work. I mean, they need to be more aggressive. They're getting beat in the back and the defensive back from the defensive back standpoint. Mm-hmm. So they have to correct that. But positively, they didn't give up, Mark. That was my big thing. They didn't give up. They could have just laid down and let Woodgrove get up 35 and mail it in. They did, and that's a testament to the coaching staff and to the players. This is uncharted territory for Eastern View. They've never been 0-3 that I can ever remember.
Well, I was going back through the records that I've kept since, they opened in 2008. They had one losing season, and I think it was 2011 when they were 4-6, and in one year they were 5-5. Yeah. But beyond that, they've always had a winning record.
Right.
And
but these schools up here, they're so tough to play because they got so many people to draw from.
Absolutely. Penalty flag comes into this play as the quarterback there, Austin Taylor, kept it.
Might be a hand to the face. A holding. It's a holding against Eastern View.
So Austin Taylor, junior, getting some playing time at quarterback here late in this one. This penalty works against the Cyclones.
Yeah, block in the back.
So we were mentioning that next Friday night, Culpeper Media Network broadcasting team will be at Liberty.
Liberty High School in Bealton.
Liberty of Bealton.
15-minute ride from the studio.
That's right. Now don't confuse Liberty of Bealton with Liberty of Bedford.
No, or Liberty University.
Or Liberty, yeah.
Or Liberty
Christian. Liberty Christian won a state title last year.
I know, LCA did, yep.
Yeah.
They're the only private school that's allowed to compete.
Final seconds winding down, Steve. Our final score here, 48-27. Well, you highlighted the takeaways for Eastern View, and the one thing that I think you said that I was thinking, and it's certainly something that I'll be thinking on the way home and into next week when we look at this Eastern View team, is that they did not quit.
No, they did not quit, and that's good. And I'm glad to see that. And we will hopefully next week they can get their first win.
All right. Well, congratulations for the Wolverines tonight with their 48-27 win at home here at the Grove at Woodgrove High School. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We certainly enjoyed bringing it to you, and we appreciate the people here at Woodgrove High School for their hospitality and accommodation. For Johnny and Steve, I'm Mark O'Connell saying thanks for watching and supporting Cyclones football here on the Culpeper Media Network. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe out there, and we'll see you next Friday night from Liberty High School. So long.
Good night.
This broadcast is made possible by the generosity of the following sponsors: Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Found & Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. K&M Lawn, Garden, and Arborist Supplies, Culpeper's outdoor power equipment dealer, located across Highway 29 from Eastern View. K&M, from grass to trees, we aim to please. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF.